Hey, welcome to my playthrough for Tales of Arise. Uh, this is part 28. Again, sorry for the low resolution and bitrate. Internet acting up. Just hope that it doesn't just disconnect and go down to 0 or like 100 kilobits per second like it did yesterday. Hey, Will, how's it going? Matt, you showed up like, oh, damn, I forgot to put the thing. Yeah, internet's still acting up. Like, I played Sniper Elite with Joel yesterday. I had to friggin' record it. So, and I was like uploading it. It is like taking a few hours. I had to pause it because it was like taking too gosh darn long. Like, I had 1 hour 30 minutes left on it, but um, like it would take up my internet speed while playing this game, so I had to go ahead and pause it. Hopefully, I don't have to restart it. And that it'll just continue from where it last left off. But anywho, let's continue with the game. Having a little bit of speed is better than having no speed at all. Like it yesterday just cut off. Just
This
totally
place is
cut
rather
off.
gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here then?
I'll see what I can do.
Ugh. Anyway, there's nothing else to do except, hey, we can't even fish. We can't even do it. We've done everything. The only thing we can do now is either continue the story or go and what do you call it? Or just level up in that one area. Whatever. Let's just rank up. Let's sleep. Let's make him eat some food, sleep, whatever.
Huh? Why are you staring at me?
Oh, we thought we'd turn the tables and critique your appearance for a change.
It's not fair if we're the only ones subjected to it.
What?
Did you guys hear? Apparently, she found that dress of hers in some old ruins.
Alphen, we haven't heard from you yet. Would you care to tell us your verdict?
He found his armor in some
To be
old
honest,
ruins as
When I
well.
first saw Shion in that dress, I
Quit it!
was absolutely captivated.
When I saw her in that dress, I had a big ass boner. Oh, here's one that we missed. 3 to go.
What do you know? Another big fire monster with nothing better to do than get in our way.
I wonder where the rest of those
Oh, I
lights
friggin'
ended
missed
up
this.
landing. It looked like they were pretty scattered.
It was in the
Well,
area
whatever they're
before I
after,
fought
Let's just hope
in the
none of them are
wedge,
anywhere near a city.
quote
An
unquote
ambush
wedge.
on civilians is the last thing we need.
Well, no rest for the wicked,
Okay, I
right?
got 2
Though with
topics
one
here
down
to
and
talk
3 to
about. I
go,
guess we
it
could talk
sounds like
about
our
them.
headache is just beginning.
I thought you liked
So
the
Pippa,
opportunity to flex your muscles.
she talked about like how
Against
Marvel
those
movies
things,
are lowest
it's not
common
like I have a death
denominator.
wish. Besides,
I'd say
we already
nowadays
are
they
hands for
are,
saving the world.
but back when they
Dying
first started,
willingly won't
like
be
with
much
Iron
use
Man
for us.
and with Hulk, they
Yeah, I guess
definitely
I
weren't
can't argue with
lowest
that
common
logic.
denominator.
Sorry.
What do you think about that? How well, like saying that the Marvel movies are lowest common denominator. What can we cook? Oh yeah, sandwich. Man, today I was like so friggin' hungry. Because I didn't eat that much after going to the gym. Just some 3 pieces of chicken and salad. And afterwards it's like, god damn, I'm so hungry. So I had like dinner a little bit earlier than I would have liked. Just tuna and rice. I feel like I want to eat some more. They wrote themselves into a corner now. Yeah, definitely. Because everything now, they wrote themselves with a corner with the whole multiverse shit. And now, like, all of it is like multiverse
Looks perfect
shit.
and tastes just as good.
Hey there, aggressive one. Sorry if the I love this game. You do okay. Sorry if the resolution and bitrate are low. I'm having internet issues. Normally it's in 1080
Could we talk a
and
moment?
bitrate is at 6000. Today I had to lower it to 720 and make the bitrate 1200 just so that you won't get stuttering or whatever. Oh, oh yeah, you said you love this game. By the way, read the rules in the description before you say anything.
Morning. Ready to head out?
Before you make any certain comments, but still looks good. Okay. Oh yeah, well, before I was talking about like buying a monitor, right? Like a small monitor, especially, you know, where I could take it for when I travel, so that I could have two monitors, especially when I have to use it for work and stuff like that.
Well, it's the
And
moment of
especially for streams where I do use my
This
hand
lady
cam, so I
better
could
hold
look at
together once we're
the
up in the air.
camera and see what
What?
my
Don't say
hands are
that. You're
doing
going
and
to
what the
jinx
camera
us.
is doing. I mean, to
Speaking
see
of
what the
which,
camera
Elfin,
is pointed
this bucket
at.
of bolts got a name?
Two monitors.
A
Oh,
name?
did I say two monitors? Just
You know, I'm not
okay.
sure
Just
she
got
ever
a
had one.
small, just a
Never
small
really thought
monitor.
about it.
I was like thinking, instead of just
Well,
buying
if
a
you're in trouble, we
regular
won't find
small
her. We should give her
monitor,
one, right?
I would buy
I was thinking
myself
something like Fall Nights.
a pen tablet monitor.
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally,
So,
one
because I
drives
was
the
using
skies.
my Wacom tablet the other day, I didn't bother to pull out the
I like it.
Wacom
Sounds perfect
the
for our
the
little
tablet
escapade.
with a screen on it because it's so big and it's so
Not sure I'm
annoying to
completely
set up.
convinced, but
But if I
well,
buy
it's as good a
myself
name as any.
a
From now on, she'll be known as the Fall.
if I buy myself a new one that's smaller and more compact,
We have two goals.
then it would
First, we need
help
to
a
get to
lot
Vegas and make
for
the Rennans finally leave Dana alone.
me drawing on
And
it
then
because
we
the
need to
old
figure out the
one,
truth
the
behind
screen
Shion's
isn't that
feelings
big,
and
but
find a way to
it's
save
but
her.
it's because it's an
Sound
old
good?
Wacom tablet. It takes up so much space, and the
All right,
screen is not that
let's
big.
go.
I mean, it's big for. I mean, it's bigger than my. What do you call it? I mean, as a monitor, it's pretty big. Not, but not. As a monitor, it's like the size of a laptop screen. But again, it's bigger. The screen itself is the size of a monitor of a laptop screen, but then of course the Wacom tablet itself is big, and it takes up a lot of space. So I'm like thinking, I'll buy a new
I can still hardly
one, and then I
Believe
could
what?
use that for drawing. So I could
just
probably
look at
get
it.
back into
The whole
drawing,
of existence crammed inside a tiny
and
frame.
I could use it
Now
for
that you
my,
mention it,
you know, for my
guess you're right.
streams where I could look
It
at
does
it
look more like a painting than a
for
living, breathing world.
when I build my Gundam.
From up here, all the struggles
I'll
we've
probably
been through
save
feel
it
so
for my
insignificant.
next salary or something. I mean,
Nothing
I have
like
enough
realizing
money
how
to
small
buy
you
it,
are,
but
to
whatever.
put everything into perspective.
But I'm not
Kinda
sure if
makes
I
the
should get
differences
it
between the
because
Rennans and the Danans feel
having
pretty
a small
too, huh?
monitor, I only have one use for the small
much
monitor,
longer
just
until
for
we reach
building a
Vegas?
Gundam, and then I
There are
barely
better ways to
draw
use our time than
anymore.
napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves
But then,
with
of
the
course, I could
facilities on
use it
board
for
before
other
arrival.
stuff
Good idea.
like
The starship may
for
end up serving as our base
when
of
I use it
operations once
on
we're down
Adobe
there.
Illustrator.
Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that
Automatic
case,
pilot.
She's all yours.
Party disbanded inside the ship.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Look at that PNG in the background. Why did you ask for, like, you got a car? I'd say, like, I'd use the monitor for travel because, like, when I went on to my office and stuff, right? On the trip, I still had to work on my computer and all that, and I only had one monitor, the laptop monitor. It would help if I'd have a second monitor. Yeah.
Is something wrong?
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I
Lord.
guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me, though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions.
So he came from
Doesn't that
Lenegis?
frighten you?
Well, it is. a
Did
place where I took the
Dohalim come
lives of
from? I
countless
mean,
people.
the Dohalim
Lying
came
if I
from
said I hadn't
Lenegis, and he
thought about
came
it.
to
But I can't keep running from it. The past is what it is.
Danon.
There's no changing that.
Is
future's
that what
what
he
we make
implied
it.
back there?
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me.
Dohalim.
I was wrong to pry. We have more pressing matters to address. Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
We'll talk to you last. Why is like the music kind of like Jurassic Parky? Dun 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 dun.
Hey,
dun.
Alvin, listen to this. So Law and I were just talking, and
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after
Big
all that
baby.
fussing about naming the ship
You're
too.
definitely not afraid of
Hey,
flying because
I
you've
never said I
got
was
butterfly
scared.
wings on you.
I just think it's, you know,
Wait a
a little
sec.
unsettling how we're going to
He's
be
got
cruising
bat
through space
wings,
in a
and he's the
glorified
one
tin
who's
can.
afraid to
That's
fly.
It's a starship, dummy. That's what
Oh,
it's
because
supposed
it's
to
teeny
do.
tiny wings.
I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renin technology. It got me to Dana in One Piece, remember?
One Piece. Why do I keep saying
that's
One
a good
Piece the
point.
anime?
If you think so, Alvin, it must be okay. Don't you agree, Law?
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alphen. It's just
Oh yeah, if
wrong,
I stream
okay?
later today, if I stream Sniper Elite 3 later today, it's gonna be funny because it's gonna say part 3 on it. But I haven't uploaded part 2 yet. The One Piece is real. Oh, is this like the escape pods? There's 6 of them. How convenient.
You okay? Feeling airsick?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all
Airsick?
things considered. Nothing like being at sea.
Have you
thank
been
goodness.
airsick
Glad to hear it.
before?
That device there
Or
caught your eye, huh?
seasick? I remember I used to
was just
get
wondering what it is.
airsick quite a
It
lot,
looks big enough to fit a person
but
inside.
then eventually I got
It's
pretty
a
used
healing
to it.
pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Oh, you don't
I've been
say.
on like ferries
That should
before,
definitely
like
come in handy if any of us
especially
get injured while we're down
UK to France and France and
Alpha?
back.
there. Was it something I said?
Didn't feel seasick
No,
on
I-
that one.
I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lenegis, that's all.
I
What with
kind
the
of
ceremony
enjoyed
losing
the
control. I was a
the
total
boat
mess.
ride, mostly
We
because of
already
the
inside here.
food. They're like serving
So,
food,
you're
and I
saying
kind
you
of
got
like
in
the
this thing
food that
straight
they were
after
serving.
escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300 years?
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
Did the ship take
That's
300
definitely
years
quite
to
some
get
line, all right.
to
But still,
Danon,
meant
or
to or
did the
not,
ship land and then
I
he
sure
just
am
didn't
glad
come
that
out?
it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
With
What
the
do you
amount of
mean?
fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that, but... Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia?
What did you
About
say?
the dream of coexistence and needing to learn what it entailed?
Of course.
That's what I
That's
think.
why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my brother's wishes. I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the
Is
one
that what?
who brought me along was you, Alphen.
Now
I'll
let's
forever
make
be
out.
grateful.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet.
The way she's
We should
talking
probably
there, it
save
sounds
your
like a
thanks.
love
At
confession.
least until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know.
Oh yeah, there's like
Whatever we find when we get down there, I'm
VTubers
through looking the other way.
where they get like love confessions. Like
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things
I
one
wonder-
step at a time.
'cause I remember Kirsha talking about like getting emails of love confessions, like wondering like how many do, like, say PewDiePie. I'm obviously PewDiePie would have gotten a lot. How many would he have gotten? I bet you his current wife sent him a love confession or something, or I don't know. How did it work? Was she the one infatuated with him, or he's like, hey, you're cool, you want to hang out, and then they hung out, and then eventually got a relationship or whatever. I don't know the story for hey Survival. I don't know the story of PewDiePie and his wife. Besides that, she was a fan or something, and she was a YouTuber. But yeah. Oh yeah, there's a wait, let me talk to her first.
We'll be going to Lenegus soon.
Yeah,
This
that's
must
what
feel
we're
like a
doing.
homecoming of sorts to you, huh? What was life on Lenegus like back then? You know, before you came to Dana.
Let's just say I don't have many happy memories.
How about the
I've
the
had
ship
thorns
you
my
came
whole
in?
life.
Oh,
For as long as I can remember. They
you don't
called it treatment,
you don't remember where
but
they
in truth,
landed
they were
at?
just using me as a guinea
PewDiePie
pig
and
for their
Marzia, yeah.
research.
You mean they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to
He,
solve.
he was an
They
experiment
implied
as
me,
well.
Trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. I'm still surprised they didn't try to dissect me. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it?
They
Reeling
did
from the pain,
experiments on her.
I was a
I bet you
monster
there's
or
a whole
something.
bunch of
Some
fan
existence, huh?
comics,
A
quote
blight on
unquote,
any I touched.
that depict these
Helplessly complicit in their
experiments.
I thought things couldn't get any worse. But then they did.
They have
I
a
started
son
to have
named
nightmares,
now. They
visions of the
named him
coming
Bear. Yeah, I
apocalypse.
know about that. They have a son.
Is it any wonder I
They
lacked
didn't
a cheery
Bjorn or
disposition,
something, right?
unable to so much as touch another soul? Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me.
Ooh, edgy.
If I was going to die,
She's
then
so
it should
edgy,
mean
but her
something.
outfit is definitely
if I
not
have to
very
sacrifice
edgy.
myself to
Very
save the world,
light pink
so be it.
and white.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine. I'm in a much better place
JK's
now.
real name is
You
Bjorn.
say
Yes,
it's your
I
destiny
know.
to die so that
I
others
don't know if
can
that's
live.
a real
Why
name,
not
but
the other
I
way
think it
around?
translates
Why
to
shouldn't we
bear.
be the ones
I
dying to
don't have
save
no
you?
idea.
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery, as if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save
She's
the
giving
world
this
from
speech. I bet
destruction,
she's very
has
infatuated
to
with
include
what he's
saving each other
saying
as
right
well.
now.
A world free of sacrifice. That's what you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Xion. If we're
Just
going
make
to win,
out already.
everyone has to win. No room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers. But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet
A
we can pull
victory
it off.
without any
We have to.
losers.
It's the only hope we have of things ever
Like
changing.
having a competition
Yeah,
without any
You're
losers.
right. No one's ever changed the future without aiming for the stars. We can do this. Together.
The type of speech team captain comes up with in the locker room. I mentioned something I wanted to talk. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is everyone
Speaking
about
of
ready?
like fans
We'll soon be
dating
making preparations to land.
the streamer.
Before we
I was
do that,
watching a
just
stream
what
recently
exactly should
in
we
which
expect when we get down there?
like it was revealed that
Sarah has a point.
recently that
Now that I think of it,
the streamer
I don't know
is
the first
dating
thing
one of
about
the
Lennox.
fans. And
I'd like to
one
hear
of the
one, too.
fans,
It's been centuries
she's
since I was last
notorious
there.
in
They
the
didn't exactly
community
give me the grand
for
tour.
drawing
Very well.
drawing lewd anime fan art of the two hosts and also drawing them as anime girls as well.
It also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its
And
own
she's also
independent
in
society.
she's also
Its
come
social
on the
structure is
stream
based on
or
strict
showed off
hierarchy.
that she's dressed up
Simply, the strength
as
of an individual's astral art carries
Tifa
great
from
weight.
Final Fantasy VII, which is
Enough
one
to
of the
determine
streamer's
someone's social
favorite
ranking?
characters and
But
his
astral arts are
waifu.
innate, right?
So
So
a lot of
with
people in the
positions are fixed at
community
birth.
joke, "Wow,
They
you
can be honed with the
you
right training, and there are admittedly
you
other
got
factors at
into the
play.
streamer's pants by
yes,
making
that's basically
lewd
the gist.
fan art of him."
As a result, the
It's
family
so
lines
like
that churn out lords and their
it's
contenders
so
wield
weird, right? Did you
disproportionate
find a
influence.
GF from your
And those
subscribers?
lineages are treated as
No,
nobility.
definitely not.
Most people of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass.
Jammer, the more you
Denied the right to
continue, I'm
descend to
just
Dana even if they
cringing.
wanted to.
About the story I'm talking about?
Still,
I mean, that's basically
Even
it
the
right
lowest
now.
rung on the
That
Renan
I
ladder
should
is
try
considered
that.
superior to being a Danon.
That's basically
Keep
what
that in mind
that's
down there.
where the story is right
Thanks for
now.
the
They're
warning.
they're
As a
dating.
lord,
I think they've been
Dohalim must have
dating a few
pretty high
months.
up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Pecking order.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking. Life's less complicated that
But
way.
yeah,
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Law's blushing!
why is Law
am
blushing? I
not.
wasn't paying attention.
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is
If
discrimination. at
if
its
only
finest.
they showed that
As if such simplistic
he was
criteria
actually
could be a measure
blushing.
of
Did they
someone's
actually
worth.
have his
So
face
this
turn
red
red?
one, Are we
Hey
expecting
girl,
to
I
find her on
drew
Lennox?
hentai of you.
I
Please
would wager
love me.
so. Lennox is too deeply involved in all this to discard the
Find out
possibility.
find out
Chances are
your
she's also connected to the Renis Alma being stolen from us in Polito.
huh.
If the Renis Alma
You,
is being
like
used to
if you
exploit
have a
Dana,
crush on a
we take it back
VTuber, you
at
should
all
find out
costs.
what is
Every
their
woman's got a lot to
favorite
answer for. Just as
character.
well I've got a
Like
ton of
Pippa's favorite
questions.
character is Colress from Pokemon.
We're about to land. The
Tenma
descent may be a little
is
bumpy, so brace yourselves.
Miguel O'Hara
If there are
from
clues about your friends
Spider-Man.
out there, Shion, we'll find them.
So just cosplay yourself as that character and then try to win the heart of your favorite VTuber. Not just girl, aim big. Oh yeah, Will. Hey girl, I drew hentai of you and your cartoon crush. uh. Oh Will, have you
There's no one
you-
here. I
Sir
was
Violet
expecting
and Will, you guys know who Chris
Lennox's
Chan is, right?
infrastructure is largely automated.
Sounds like a good plan.
Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
So people from
Think anyone
Lenegus, they
realizes
come
that we're
down
here?
to Danon to do the crown
We may not
contest.
have
They
received
are
a
they
royal
weren't
welcome,
born
but I
on
doubt our entrance went
they weren't
unnoticed.
born on
Don't let your
Dana.
guard down.
Yeah. Nope, who's that? Okay.
I
I found
really
it
hope we
weird
don't have
that
to fight anybody
Joel,
over here.
as I was talking to Joel the other day, he heard of Christian, but he doesn't know
We've come all this way
much
on a
of.
hunch that this
He
relic
only
is
knows
here,
who
right?
Christian
If
is. He
we're
doesn't
lucky,
know
the
anything
Renaissance
about
too.
Christian.
Any
I'm
idea
like,
where we should start
huh? Why
looking?
don't you know anything about Christian? Because like, you're on 4chan
There's an
all the
area of the
time. Like,
city
why
that is
don't you
accessible
know?
only to the
So I was like
sovereigns,
talking to
known
him
as the
about
Forbidden
like
Zone.
some of the
That seems as good a place as any for us
recent
to start.
stuff. Like what made him what people notice about him at
What are they
first,
hiding?
and then what he's been up to recently,
don't
and he's
know.
like, oh
It's my
wow.
desire to find out. Fortunately,
I know
we
the
just so
chan
happen
of
to have a
Chris.
sovereign
Joel
in our
doesn't know
midst.
them. Yeah, exactly. Damn.
In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegus would have
I
required
remember
an
someone
immense
asked
source of
me when
power.
I went to the work
And you
event,
think that source might
like
have
what
been
is the
Redis
stuff
Alma?
I'm interested in. They asked like, oh,
Precisely.
you're really
Alfred
interested in
said that he
video
remembered the
games? I said
Renaissance being
yeah.
used in the spirit
And I also
channeling
said, oh,
ceremony
also
3
American
centuries ago.
politics.
Whatever
And
the
then now I
ceremony
think I would
was,
like
if
add another
preparations
thing
are
to that
underway for it to
answer.
be
It would
held
be
once
like
more, then the Renaissance
obscure
might be in the same
internet
place as last
culture.
time, possibly together with the Red Woman.
This Sparrow guy looks like Reed.
Hiding something
Reed
of that
from
worth in the
where?
residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case,
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
indeed.
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think
Tale
I'll be able to
series.
waltz right into the place after all
But
this
sure
time.
which game? Not sure. You tell him
There's only
about the
one way to
shit
find
from
out. If there's even a chance you
uh,
can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
from what? Homophobe to what
Shion's right.
she is now?
Who knows?
I was telling
Might
him
even
like
find
there's
a
so
clue to
much
the source
like
already.
lore to Christian. It's like it's hard
Alright.
to
It's not like we're swimming in
hard
weeds.
to really
Let's try to track down the
explain
Forbidden
a
Zone.
lot. So I just said like, oh, he's got this character uh called Sonichu,
Beyond
and
that wall
what
lies a
else?
city full of Renans.
He's got a character
Capital
named
city where
Sonichu,
Shion
and he
used
was
to
like
live, no
first
less.
noticed for his terrible
Who
comics
knows what we'll find on the
that
other side.
sort of talk about his life. And then I said, oh, recently he went to jail for doing something to his mother. And the most recent thing is that he has a girlfriend now, and it's rumored that she's pregnant. Christian has said she's not pregnant, but
Thinking about what
he
could be
clarified
lurking
that
out
they're
here is
trying
giving
to
me
get
the
pregnant. But I
heebie-jeebies.
told him like
For such a loudmouth,
like
you sure
liquid
can
again.
be
There's
a
so
worrywart
much
at
lore
times.
to go through
Oh,
about
I'm
Christian.
sorry.
Like
How stupid
you
of me
could
for
name
wanting us to
like
stay
any
safe.
little thing.
Would
Like
you
I'm
two
gonna
children
miss it.
stop
But I
squabbling?
just gave him
Or do
like
you
a
want
quick
everyone to know we're
overview
here?
about again like what people got interested in at
So how
first
many
and his
Renans actually
latest
live in this place?
happenings. And he released
I
a
couldn't
chapter
tell you
from
exactly,
jail.
though not as many as you might expect.
I
Machines
don't
and
know.
Zugals take care of most of the city's basic functions.
From what I know,
Zugals out
in
here,
jail he was reading
Sounds like we can't
a lot
afford to
of
let our guard
Bible
down after
verses
all.
or something. He was reading the Bible a lot or something. What is this? Does this? Oh, this brings me back. Okay. So I could come and go freely. Oh, I could still teleport back home. Okay. Wonder if I could go fishing up here. Sir, what? Lore about actual person? That's creepy. Friggin' like they say that Christian is the most documented person in history. From what I've seen, yeah, definitely. He was found when the internet was still Wild West, yeah. And the community around him also has a lot of lore to it. Cause like there's a few animators, Newgrounds animators that I know about. They got like one of them got their start from doing the Christian animated series. Oh, got like again like just like there's so many topics that you could bring up about Christian, and it would be so friggin' interesting. Be glad it stops at creepy. Man in the pickle costume.
What in the world?
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
Oh, why is it
Foundations of the city
destroyed?
have shifted. What could have caused this?
Oh, this probably happened recently when
Lenegus changed
Lenegus
It must
shot
have had
out
an
its
effect on the interior,
beam.
too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their
I'm
homes,
assuming
right?
what happened here is that
I think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter.
I'm thinking what happened here is that the citizens, they didn't know that the city can transform and shit like that.
You?
So through the centuries they built houses and infrastructure in
I'm
in
glad to
certain
hear your
parts of the city,
So it is you.
and now that
Why are you here?
now that it
Shouldn't you be
friggin'
down
transformed, a lot of
participating in
that
the
stuff
craft
got
contest? And
destroyed.
these people.
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana then?
Heard what?
Aren't they curious? Like, why did you bring a bunch of slaves with you?
Someone you know?
An
Right?
old friend.
You friggin' brought the Danans with you?
Don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
Now he's gotta
I'm really
pretend
not
that
sure.
they're his
The
servants or
city's
something.
foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so
The
far...
Sovereign's right there.
We're looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any
Forbidden
idea where we
Zone?
might find it?
The Forbidden Zone? What business could you possibly have there?
It's forbidden, that's what.
The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home.
Oh, even if he could tell him where the
Very well.
Forbidden Zone
Looks
is,
we'll
he'll
have to
be
find a
like,
way
oh.
there ourselves.
I mean, you lived here as well. Like, you would
seem
probably
far
know where the Forbidden Zone is as much as this guy.
No.
Who's Faria?
I see.
Is it his wife or
Well,
something?
Nothing much has changed with her. If anything, she's probably even more...
Was it that person that he
well
defeated
imagine.
in that
Why
flashback?
did you come back? You know
I
it
got
can only
business
result in
here.
pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
I was thinking that Dohalim would have a relationship with
You
Kisara,
really
but
are
it
the
seems
same
like
as ever.
from
Fine,
what
I
they're
understand.
talking about, he's got his
Just don't say I
own
didn't warn you.
girlfriend.
Take care of yourself. Okay, Do?
I mean, I'm glad that it's not like each of the characters have relationships with each other. Like, obviously, Alphen and Shion and Law and Rinwell. But I guess I'm glad that's not Dohalim and Kisara. That was one of my complaints with Psychonauts 2. All of the older characters like had relationships with each other, and like,
It would
what the
seem
fuck?
people of
Like,
Lenegus are
do
being
these
kept in the
people
dark
not
about
know
what's happening
anyone
on
else?
Dana.
Do they not
They seem to
like?
be just as
Because
clueless
you know
about
how
what's
work
going on out here in
relationships
their own
go.
world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at
What are you gonna
it,
get
ask
from
them
the
about Red Woman,
citizens?
too.
And don't forget about finding the way to
Remember,
the
I
Forbidden
think
Zone.
even if the Red Woman was here, that none of the
We can't have a
Renans would
bunch of
see him.
Danans poking their
Because
noses
remember,
Good idea.
friggin'
I think that's for the best.
Dohalim and
You sure?
Shion didn't
Lenegus
notice
has
her.
advantages.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two. The Danans among us should probably keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
If that's the case, we gotta switch to a Renan.
What could be so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods.
Why did you
and
say
homes
man in the pickle
process.
costume? Is
It's
that
just
a
unbelievable.
Christian lore
Uprooting an
thing?
entire city as if it were mere building blocks.
If it is, then
Someone's
that's
got
one
a
of
lot
the
questions to answer.
Christian lore
how
I'm
it
not
looks.
familiar with.
They must
Yes?
be siphoning
Okay.
off astral energy from Dana and then sending it to Rena.
But why do all this? What for? Surely they can't be using all that energy for the...
Oh yeah, the whole thing
Whatever
about
their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process alone won't be
Knuckles
sufficient.
saying the
Not while we still
Pikachu
don't know
name
what their end game
in
is.
the Sonic trailer has me like,
need
oh
to
god,
stop
hopefully
happening
there
over
is no reference to Chris Chan or to Sonichu in the Sonic 3 movie. But that would be fucking hilarious if there
We
was.
don't have time to stop and
4chan,
chat.
I think, got
Let's
one
move.
of its female members to catfish Chris. Yeah, there was that. Yeah, there's multiple times he got catfished.
So, I've been wondering.
I think
do you
one
think when
time,
Lenegus
like,
was built,
they
it was
stole
only made
his
with people living here in mind?
data or
What do you mean?
something. They
Well,
held it for
none of this
ransom,
happened
so
by
they're like,
coincidence, right?
Christian, you
They
gotta
must have designed it to
take
transform like
a
this.
thing and
But
shove it
then,
up your
if they knew
ass
people were going to live here,
and
you think
send
they
it,
would have taken that into
send a video,
consideration
and then I'll
to avoid all
release
this chaos?
the thing,
Ordinarily,
your
yes.
data or
You'd think so.
whatever.
Trust me, as far as
I
we
think
were
that was
concerned,
one. I
Lenegus
don't
was our home,
remember.
nothing more. No one knew about all
They were
this.
on a date.
It makes you wonder whether the city was just built on as an afterthought. But if so, to what
No,
exactly?
mythical costume was
Sorry.
sweeper off.
That probably sounded weird, huh?
Not at all.
Ah,
Sometimes
okay.
it takes an outsider's eye to help you notice what you've been missing all along. This place is a mystery, that's for sure. Something tells me we'll find answers where we're going, though.
Yeah, you're right, Shion. I'm sure we will.
Well, yeah. Will, do you remember the whole Superman thing about what's
Are you
his
just
name?
going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
What you remember when what's his name, the actor, he stood in front in New York in front of a Superman poster and no one noticed him? So apparently the character of Clark Kent was based on like a real life person. Like he would get mobbed in public, right? But then like he would wear glasses and no one would recognize him. So this, I think the creator of Superman based Clark Kent on that happening. But then obviously that would have been like long time ago, like what, 1920s, 1930s. Clark Kenting. Clark Kenting sounds like an activity, like what do you call, what's that, glam tenting? Glamping?
Dear me, what an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zoogles have stopped heeding our
Even the
commands.
Zoogles? What's up with the way he said even the
Deserve
Zoogles?
this.
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have
is His
no
Highness?
choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of His Lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris?
Yes.
I
House
believe he
Ilkaris.
was on Dana.
Well, I'm here now.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have
Bend
returned
your
to
knee
fulfill
upon
such
me,
duty,
peasant.
the details of which I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First Lenegus mutates beyond recognition, now this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed.
Does Lenegus and Danon communicate with each other?
The
It would be
Ilkaris
funny if they
House
had no
has
idea what was
many
happening down
lords
on
over the
Dana.
centuries. I
That there's
should be
this
praying
guy
for
with
your
the flaming
victory in
sword
the
going
latest
around
crown
killing all of
contest.
the lords.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Remember friggin' Alphen was supposed to be the sovereign. Them going up to this space station reminds me so much of Xenoblade, right? Because like Xenoblade 2, they go up the life tree or whatever the fuck it was called, and they go up into space, and it turns out it was like linked to a space station. I can't stop like talking about Xenoblade, can I? I mean, I guess I like that. I mean, it is obviously one of my favorite games. who have livestock. Oh, can I go to a store here as well? What's with Japan and fantasy setting actually being part sci-fi? There's a lot of those. Like you don't see that many in Western stuff. I'm like trying to think of Western stuff that is part fantasy, part sci-fi. I think there is what do you call it? Warhammer 40k, right? Warhammer 40k is like part fantasy, part sci-fi. It's basically just fantasy tropes of, you know, like elves and orcs and all that, but in the future, right? But yeah, Japan sure loves their science fantasy. Fancy parfait recipe. Oh, I guess the other thing would be Star Wars.
I know the basics.
Because obviously Star Wars, it's got science stuff, but it's also got space wizards. What else? What else?
What a great honor it is to finally
Western
meet you.
stuff is like that, where it's
I descended to death
fantasy
during the
and
last crown contest also.
like
Alas,
science.
when the contender I was backing failed to clinch the title, I returned. I witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
Indeed.
Whenever I think about fantasy and
Sorry to interrupt,
sci-fi,
but
I
we're
think
looking
of
for a
like
woman
Final
dressed all in red.
Fantasy.
Have you seen anyone of that description?
Because obviously
Oh,
they've got
really?
magic,
No, I can't
and
say
also
I
they've
remember
got
anyone
like
like that. I
the
imagine she
Gaia
started out somewhere,
planet
too.
and all that. And obviously it's got heavy sci-fi stuff
Yeah.
such as aliens
What about down on
and
Dana during the
cloning
crown contest?
and
You didn't see anyone like that
experimenting
hanging
on
around the lord
humans
you were
and all
serving?
that.
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time.
Look at this guy's lips. Looks very full. You've got very full kissable lips, my man. Renan man. They bolted for the horizon. Of course they'd have all of the Zugos running wild because if we came up here, they need enemies for us to fight. And it seems from the story, I don't think we're gonna be fighting Renans right away.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the sovereign
Oh, would
knows
you
best.
consider Metro
But I
to
daren't
be
say that too
sci-fi
often.
and
A lower caste can only linger on these parts for so
fantasy?
long before I outstay my welcome.
I'm not sure about
I was hoping
sci-fi
to
because
avoid
it's
but maybe I'll have
it
to
is
go
in the
that way after
future,
all.
but it's like using present day
You
technology.
mean you know another way round?
But there is like
Lord
supernatural
Dohalim
stuff
no
happening in
Kars.
it.
But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least. I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime, wait for me here. If it looks safe, I'll come and let you know.
Watch as he never
You'd
comes
really
back
do
and
that
lets
for
her
me?
know.
A lord troubling
More
himself for someone of my
post-apocalyptic
lowly
fantasy,
status?
yeah.
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
Oh, why yes, my lord. Thank you.
Yes, my lord.
Well, we've canvassed the city for information. What do you think?
No one has the faintest
Damn,
idea
Rinwell,
what's
get
happened
your
to the
wings
city
out of my
after all.
face.
They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth, that Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Or maybe you killed all of the leaders and you disrupted the hierarchy on Dana, and they had no way to
That one guy even
contact
said Zoogle had stopped listening.
people on Lenegis.
If that's
Maybe
true,
that's
he's
what
very
happened.
big.
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Their belief runs.
But obviously what I said is that if they had a way to contact Lenegis, they would have
It's all part of the
contacted it
Sovereign's
way
grand plan.
The Sovereign's
after I
plan.
killed
There is one thing
Ballsack.
I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
Yeah,
The
Dohalim, don't you
Sovereign,
know?
Of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Oh, he's on Lena?
The lords or
Rena?
anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least the same size
Are we
as Dana?
are we gonna show up
That's a
on
pretty
Rena
big
next
dominion for
after
one
going on
person to rule
Lenegis?
over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid, though I
So I
confess I've
assume
never given
people
it
on
much
Rena
thought before.
knows what
Here,
happening
the
on
Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day.
Dana, but
Come to
probably
think of it,
people on
I know nothing
Lenegis
of the
are
nature of
being
how
kept in
Rena
the dark.
itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
Oh,
No.
they've never
I
actually
haven't.
gone to Rena?
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really
So
be
are
that
all the
no
people of
citizen Lenegis
Lenegis
has
like
ever been there?
they've never met
Hold
anyone
up,
who's
what are you
actually
getting
from
at,
Rena? Is
Assuming
there a
what I believe to
conspiracy
be
going
correct,
on?
It's possible that no one on Lenegis has ever laid eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
I don't know
Not if the
anyone who
Sovereign is
actually...
imposing his will on Lenegis single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena.
Maybe
If
he's
that's the
not.
case,
Maybe
can he
there
really
is no
rule directly
sovereign.
over Lenegis from so far away?
I bet you
What if
the
something were to
sovereign
happen
is
to the
a
city, like now?
I'm
myth.
beginning to wonder what
There
the
is no
nature of this
sovereign.
sovereign even is. Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? Just before the ceremony. But sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins
there
the
even
crown
an almighty
contest
ruler
inherits the
back
throne
then?
from his or her predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis.
I bet you
Thereafter,
whoever wins the crown
that
contest
individual is known
just
as the
straight up dies.
So,
Or is
it would appear that
sacrificed.
the current ruler has
There is
been
no
for how Volron factors
sovereign.
into all this. At this point, I no longer know what to believe.
Maybe the
3
woman in
centuries
the
ago,
red
I
dress
became
is
the
the one who's
sovereign here on
pulling the
Lenegis.
strings.
No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Yeah, how'd
Do you
that
think
happen?
Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
But Volron was on
I can't say
Dana.
for
He
sure,
wasn't on
but it certainly sounds like it.
Lenegis.
But that would mean that 2 sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganeth Haros. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be what's causing all this strange activity here?
Wait a
I
second.
have no idea.
You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you?
No, I don't think they're
ceremony
working
can't go
together. I
forward
think
without
they're
the
having
Rena's
sex
Alma.
with each other
The
right
same one that the
now.
Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me,
Questions, questions, and yet more questions.
Maybe the red woman is the other
Seem to
maiden.
remain unanswered until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start.
Let me guess.
the
He's
sake of
we're
liberating
gonna
that too.
all the doors are gonna be
That's exciting.
unlocked
that's where we
to
need
everyone
One
but
of the citizens
Alphen
mentioned
because
a
he's the
passage that I thought
sovereign,
might
and the
lead to
sovereign's the
another
only
section
one who
of the
could get in
city.
there.
It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it.
Why is this cutscene so goddamn long? How long was that cutscene?
I didn't realize Renans oppressed their own kind, too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seemed to mind. Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things have always been, so no one thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Shut up, you fuck.
Unquestioning acceptance of your own servitude. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I bet you that's what a lot of
Even
people
so,
say
the
about
quality of life here
quote
seems
unquote
much higher than
capitalism.
Dan.
Right?
I used to think it was impossible to build an ideal society without wealth. But I suppose having it doesn't always mean people are treated fairly either.
More to the point, not a single citizen seems to have even heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here? What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
It's still too early to
Do you
say.
want us to go look on
For all we
Renan?
know,
I almost
she might
called
be
it
independent,
Renegus.
Move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we've exhausted every avenue.
Another cutscene? Goddamn.
With nobody left to run the
So,
show,
yeah, normal.
I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, they're sovereigns up on the Renan homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was a lord, right?
Only current
Is a lord. You did not depose me yet.
society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegus now. Balsif, Ganabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
You could ask friggin' probably ask Law and Rinwell what they think of their lords. Oh great, I looked at my internet, my upload speed. It went down to red. Went down to 200 kilobits per second. Go back to green, please, or at least orange. Okay, went to orange.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renans in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of supporters here on Lenegus. And luckily for us, the people here are
I
unaware
think I'll
of
only
events
stream
of
for
Dana,
1.5 hours.
which means
So
they
that
should be more inclined to talk to us.
or whatever. I'll go for the full 2 hours. Renans and their lord. I wonder if the money I have is enough. If I could use the same currency. Just a sec. I'm gonna go wash my face
Has
and
that skill
take
of
a
yours
whiz.
got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
Being a
You
bitch
know,
at.
when you're talking to people around town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it! How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you've got me curious. Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone to pick with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hey! What's got into Alvin and Law all of a sudden?
I can barely understand a word they're saying. And what's with the weird poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, I didn't notice that NPCs actually walk around. Let's go follow her. Where are they going? Oh, they're just going in a circle pattern, it seems. Why didn't I think of doing this earlier? Wait, old-timey elfin law. Hammer missed it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was in the restroom. Oh, she's wearing shorts. I thought that was a skirt, but it's like some weird short.
Hmm?
Wolsey Teldilis? Lord Balsam, okay.
Yes!
Yes! Yes!
Yes!
The white makes it like he's wearing a wedding dress.
Falstaff had it in him to kill
Yeah,
out
that's
someone
what I
other than
first
himself.
thought. Like she's going around like she's wearing
It's
a
possible.
wedding dress.
A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he might have had something he wanted to protect.
You brought AIDS with you. Remember there's a South Park episode where Jared from Subway has AIDS and he wants everyone to have AIDS. Oh, this lady supports Lord Dohalim. But did they know that he had this whole Danon and Renan equality thing going? There was no chance he was gonna become the sovereign because he didn't care. But now there's probably a chance he might become the sovereign because friggin' he helped kill 2 other of the lords. Oh, I'm gonna become the lord by killing all the other lords.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegis then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
Oh, she's just repeating what he said. Okay. Oh yeah, what did I want to see again? Artifact 8. Did I miss any? I might have to go online. Or do I have to find artifacts up here? You weren't here before. Hello, random person that was not here before.
What?
There's the stutter. What about the stutter? Lord Ganabelt. Oh, the guy from the second house. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What about the stutter? As in like the stream stuttered? Oh well, there's nothing I could really do about that. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was
Yeah,
invested in
okay.
helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However,
Jump
in my
over
mind,
kids.
while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
The two
Why
sons are
couldn't he
dead.
extend that to us Danans?
Oh, he's just repeating what he said again. Okay. Did I not finish? Owl Forest. Oh. I guess I gotta continue on. Continue on my wayward son. Wait. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. What's the name of that song? I should. Next time I sing karaoke, I should
This
sing
area
that
doesn't look
song.
as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed, the effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less pronounced here. Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Pardon me.
Pardon me. Oh, that's right. Almadria was the only lady. What? She removed her older brother? What does removed mean? That she killed him?
Hmm.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they
Ooh,
couldn't
sheep
see
meat.
through her.
Yeah.
They have sheep here? But didn't they say all these animals like sheeps and all that are... They are... What's the word I'm looking for? They're native to Dana. But other stuff like the Zoogles are from Renan or something. Is that guy bowing towards you or is he sick? I guess I gotta figure it out. Oh, okay, he's bowing to her. Oh, so they put praise on talented astral artists. Do not tend to defy me now, do you? Oh, I wonder if I'm gonna get any money from doing this, from talking to these people. Because, like, why? Why would I get money? Who would give me the money?
Ridiculous. Okay.
Oh, they knew that Volron got killed or something? Oh, so Volron is a new guy. Like, he has no house family.
It seems like the people on Lenegis don't really know much about Volron either.
I remember being quite surprised
What do
when
you
the
call,
Lord of Ganatheros changed so abruptly.
Xion is a pretty good astral artist as well. Does that mean she could have
Renans are
become
raised to
part
accept
of...
everything at face value.
Would she have been able to become a
Think
lord?
about it, the families of Renan lords must see them differently than the rest of us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
I'm looking at my
must have had a
upload
lot on
speed.
their
It's in
shoulders,
red.
carrying
Why
all
did
the
this
weight and
cutscene start without my
responsibilities of Renan
permission?
society.
God damn it.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Guardians of the
Right.
Galaxy.
It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts, and Ganabelt went after you, because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even
Okay,
bigger
went back to
oddball than we
green.
thought.
That's cool.
So,
I was like
Alphen,
thinking of stopping the
gained anything
stream
from all of
because
this?
it was
Yeah.
going down to 200
I
kilobits
think
per
it's made me
second, but it
realize that the
seems to have
lords were all
stabilized.
people too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still, just because they had loved ones in their lives doesn't mean...
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that.
Gray went
But
back
at the
to
same
red.
time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals, just like the rest of us. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Danon doesn't make you a good person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion
Okay.
and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
You people are human beings? What? Oh, I did get money. I got 5,000. Okay, what are these ones? Uncover the ultimate ingredient. Mystic Crest. I haven't figured out how to make Mystic Crest yet. Oh yeah, we didn't save. I gotta make a separate save. I can still travel back. I don't really need to have a separate save for stuff. Why is my... I didn't go into any fights, did I? Oh, I healed someone. That's why my combat points are used. Because I used it to heal some random person. Wide open, empty area. Hello, scared. I'm your dad. Oh, I missed that. Grape gel. Oh, cutscene.
There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous
contest. Who is the one who won the previous contest?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfried Milgras, the former lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfried whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
He's dead. He got grinded up.
Ever since becoming sovereign, he's never
actually shown himself on Lenegis?
I guess
sacrificed to the gods.
But not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Now that
they're dead.
I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies.
Don't ask questions. Just consume.
And to what end?
What do Lenegis?
The new Renis Alma is
what do Lenegis people consume?
With every
Product
contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they?
Yeah, where are all these
Quite
people?
frankly,
They
I'm
got
not even
sent
sure
to
what
the moon.
believe anymore.
They got converted into astral energy.
But we are Renin by blood.
They ate that plant that made Danans turn into liquid. Is that what happened?
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's the reason why they do a crown contest to absorb astral energy. Is because it's like, oh, we need a lot of astral energy, so we're gonna make a contest for it. So now, oh, you collected a bunch of astral energy. Thanks a lot. Now we're gonna absorb you as well because you're a talented astral artist, which means you have a lot of astral energy. So we're gonna absorb it from you as well. Is that what's going on? Is there like a secret god or something that takes sacrifices and is just eating up all the humans for their astral energy? Do, Halim?
Faria.
Oh.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait.
Here, why are you?
Don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already.
He has given up.
Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still... Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out.
Coward.
Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim!
Try it.
What the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are
Do you
legion.
want to kill me?
Let me
Just
finish
wait
what I came
until
to do.
I take a
And you have
shit
my
or
word.
something.
I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
I got upset tummy. I'll let you kill me after
Sure,
after that.
that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Coward. I see the stream is on orange. 4 to 5 business days. Does she notice the... Okay, she does notice the red lady. The woman in the red dress? You mean from the Matrix?
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Lim Hodo.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes
Well,
I made
I would
there were
assume
not my
every
first,
lord
may
had to
not
do
be my
that.
last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have
You gotta remember, Dohalim, that there's a bunch of clueless Renans in,
I have no intention of
what's the name of the last kingdom? Who have no idea who to follow, and they're only following you because of the Renan hierarchy. So if you kill yourself or whatever,
Forgive me.
who's
Some
going to
things are
take your
best left
place to
unsaid.
tell those people what to do? Huh? Jeez, this guy. I'm just going back to see if there's any collectibles I missed. Nope. Why is there... Oh yeah. I was gonna ask, why is there a fire there? It's because, yeah, their city just recently got... its shit kicked in. Oh, it's a dead Zoogle. Ooh, money. Okay, orange gel. How much items do I have? Oops, wrong button. Gold gel. Oh, 100%. Oh, I haven't been using these. Endurance. I'm not sure if I should give it Alphen or Kisara. I guess I'll give it to Alphen because Kisara's got high defense. But Alphen, because he's got an ability that will give him more damage but reduces his health. Like, I think he needs more HP than anyone. Elemental attack. You definitely. I'm looking at the stream. It's gone red again. Hopefully the stream is good enough to the inner upload speed is good enough for the stream of Sniper Elite. But it'll be funny that you guys are gonna watch part 3 when part 2 isn't out yet. Oh yeah, Will, the other day I turned on my laptop and it had the black screen again. This is like the third time it's happened. So I'm glad that I have that YouTube video liked so that I could follow its instructions whenever this fucking happens again. I wonder if it only happens with Lenovo laptops. It doesn't happen on my work laptop. I think I had my work laptop for a similar amount of time. But that one is also Lenovo and it's never like shut off like this. Lenovo, you say. What about Lenovo? You've known for a while that I have Lenovo laptops. Hello. Look at the fire. Okay. Man, this place is unusually long and empty and it's probably the biggest town I've been to so far. Oh, there's a shop and a campsite. Are we just gonna camp on the floor? That'd be funny. Just camp on the outside.
Wow, this place
in the middle of the city.
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renin sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Now this place sucks. I live it up way better.
Matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnigan. That was a lifetime ago now.
7 years?
Tarnigan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed.
Oh, no wonder why she hates your ass.
Despite Faria's lower class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnigan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy.
So she was supposed to marry a higher class
only by their
person?
love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
Man, we wanted to be in a band, but our dad said no. Said get a real job. But all I wanted to do was to be in a band, man.
Their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
All I wanted to be was an artist, man. You don't understand.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Yeah. Remember, he only did that because he didn't want to hear people screaming
I was merely following
in
the
pain.
wishes of my own heart. And even then, It only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnigan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnigan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society.
Tell me if you heard me sneeze, because now I have a mute button that I can activate whenever. So I pressed the mute button when I sneezed.
On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he can stand the thought of defeat.
Defeat?
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right?
Oh, great! My stream went to 0 kilobits per second.